Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin. We are now firmly into second position. Chaotic match against Southampton. I must admit, look, 5 goals scored. We probably could have scored a lot more, maybe even 10. I'm not even kidding. We probably could have scored 10. Southampton won. Chelsea 5. This is your post-match reactions. Look, before we get into this game, I must say, Man United, you absolute banchods. Do something. Do something. You couldn't do anything. Look, you know what? For Arsenal, these corners are becoming ridiculous for them. They're as good as a penalty. The way they work on these corners and they hit it near post. And I mean, today we scored a goal as well, near post finish from Disasi. Finally, we're getting a goal from our corners. But look, Man United, thank you for nothing. I thought maybe they could do something. Liverpool dropped points, ladies and gentlemen. So the gap in that title race. Oh, we're not in it. We're not in it. Oh, we're not in it. We're not in that title race. Don't even think about it. We're not in it as yet. We'll see what happens at the end of December, at the end of January. But that gap has reduced because they've dropped points and now it's 7 points. Arsenal, same points as us, but we've got better goal difference now because we pumped Southampton, and this is where we should have pumped them even more. Honestly, if it comes down to goal difference down the track, second and third, I wish we'd pump Southampton. Man City ended up winning as well, so they're fourth. So it's getting really, really interesting up top in the Premier League table. But getting back into our match now. First of all, thank you so much, Chelsea Football Club, for 3 points. Much needed 3 points, and we needed to just carry on with this momentum. We're in the top 4 race at the moment. I don't know about title race as yet. We'll talk about that down the track. But top 4 race, we are definitely in the thick of things, and we needed to ensure that it's a tricky fixture. As Maresca said, this is our toughest test. It really is. Off the back of that win against Aston Villa, you don't want to come here with complacency, and it could look a little bit pear-shaped. And in fact, that's exactly how it kind of looked like in the beginning as well. Like Southampton, do you know what? Kudos to Southampton. These guys always like to play football. They're fearless. Maybe sometimes even reckless. Their goalkeeper, that goalkeeper might as well just be playing for the opposition. He might as well just wear a Chelsea jersey. That goalkeeper, the amount of times I've seen that goalkeeper or any goalkeeper for Southampton, especially when they try to build up, the amount of times they've screwed up. And this is exactly what happened. This is how we scored our second goal. But look, start things off from the top. The lineup, I expected a lot of rotation. Well, when I say a lot, but I expected few rotation, that's for sure. Some force with Wesley Fofana being injured. Some players need a bit of rest because they can't play more than one a game because of their injury history. So I had a feeling we're going to see a lot of changes. And that's exactly what happened. But I didn't expect the changes, the mad changes in defense. I fully expected Levi Colwill to play. Levi Colwill didn't play. Disasi was there. Tosin was there. And Malo Gusto. And to be honest, even Cucurella was a bit shaky today. He wasn't at his best, but thankfully, because of his long hair, I must say, his long hair does entice others to pull. And today, that red card was given to Southampton. So we'll get into all of that. Getting back to the lineup again. Look, that defense, I wasn't convinced. Jorgensen probably deserved to start, and he did really well. We'll talk about him down the track. Midfield of Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo. Caicedo deserves a rest down the track. Obviously, he's going to play against Spurs next up. And then up front, we had Nkunku, Joao Felix, Cole Palmer, Madueke, and that's it. Yeah, 4-2-3-1. Yeah, we played with Jorgensen, Gusto, Disasi, Tosin, Cucurella, Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo, Madueke, Cole Palmer, Nkunku, and Joao Felix, 4-2-3-1. So yeah, look, a bit of a madness in defense, and that was actually probably what the issue is. Look, up until they got the red card, which was quite early-ish. Well, what minute did they get the red card? Let me just have a quick look at that. 1 minute did they get the red card? 30th minute onwards? Red card. No, red card was... Oh, yeah. Yeah, red card was on the 39th minute. Okay, quite late in the first half. But yeah, look, Southampton, they came out of the blocks. They pressed well. We struggled a little bit in the first probably 20 minutes or so. And then eventually enough, we got into our groove. The press was always going to look a little bit strange without Nicholas Jackson. You can clearly see we don't press well enough without him. This is why Nicholas Jackson starts and Nkunku doesn't start, because we're a little bit lazy when it comes to pressing. I must say, Joao Felix worked hard off the ball. His finishing was awful. So look, the press wasn't working well. But eventually enough, as we came into the groove, and obviously defensively, we had a lot of issues as well with a whole heap of new defenders there. We had a whole heap of issues there. But as soon as, the first 25 minutes finished, we then ended up scoring that goal, the header. I think we scored the goal quite early, actually, from Disasi. We scored that goal quite early. Let me have a quick look. When did we score? 7th minute. But then they equalized quite quickly as well. I think by 11th minute, they equalized. But look, first of all, nice goal from Disasi from the corner. Lovely to see that we got a goal from a corner. We needed to get that. Enzo Fernandez assists, yet another assist for Enzo Fernandez. Disasi gets that goal, but they quickly equalized. But I didn't feel like they were in the game, to be honest. They just didn't have enough quality up front. No dribbling, a lot of players that were suspended. And I always felt that we have enough quality, even though it was a chaotic match. Some of the players didn't have a good performance. I just felt that we have enough quality to do them. And eventually the goals started to come. Southampton started to make mistakes at the back, and that's how it led to our second goal. Good press from Madueke. That time to win the ball back was a hospital pass from the Southampton goalkeeper. Madueke then slips it through for Nkunku, and it was a second. And from there on, look, the third came along. Wanted one more in the first half, but first half finished 3-1, and then eventually enough, I believe the third goal. Who scored the third goal? We scored so many goals. I forget who scored. Madueke, lovely finish, actually. I think it was Joao Felix that cut in and then slid it for Madueke, and then Madueke with his left foot cut in and smashed it with his left foot in the second half. Cole Palmer gets a tap in. Sancho doesn't shoot, scores as well. Now, let's talk about some individual performances. This is where we're going to have a bit of fun. Jorgensen, ladies and gentlemen, this guy's a serious goalkeeper. Jorgensen is a serious goalkeeper. Man, big up to Jorgensen. He made a big stop, one huge stop, which, it could have been interesting if Southampton had scored from them. Maybe the momentum could have shifted. So big stop from Jorgensen. Jorgensen looks like someone maybe we can rely down the track to be Chelsea number one. We need to see more of him in the Premier League down the track. But for now, I know it's Robert Sanchez. So Jorgensen, just keep doing what you're doing. That's all you can ask for, and his distribution is pretty good. Malagus on the right side wasn't good, even though he got his assist for Sancho's goal. Overall, he looked very shaky in defense and wasn't confident enough in his defending. Quite a lot of times he was getting bodied as well. Disasi, thank you so much for the goal, but defensively, you're a shocker. You're an absolute shocker. Tosin in the middle, I have to say, look, he didn't really convince me too much. He didn't convince me. I was a bit shocked that we didn't at least play with Levi Colwill, which was shocking. Look, Levi Colwill back for the Spurs game. Maybe it's because Levi Colwill recently took a bit of a knock too, so maybe we're just protecting him from that perspective, which is fine. Cucurella started, overall looked, it was okay. It wasn't the best Cucurella that we've seen recently. I have to say, maybe the rain must have played a bit of a part in it as well. It was very difficult, but thank you for Cucurella with his long hair, which entices others to pull the hand, which then caused the red card for Southampton. Thank you for that. We should have got that red card way back, Spurs, if you remember. Romero. But it wasn't the most finest performance from Cucurella. He was getting done as well at times on the left side. But look, one game out of so many games, I can accept that. When he's been sensational for so long, I can accept that. In the middle, Enzo Fernandez. Look, Enzo Fernandez, as the game went on, he started to look a little bit tired. And maybe against Spurs, he might get a bit of break. Now he's played back-to-back quite a lot of 90 minutes. Aston Villa, one before that, Leicester. Now this one as well against Southampton. Maybe it's time to get a bit of break against Spurs and bring Lavia on. Caicedo as well. And look, Enzo Fernandez got another assist. So big up to Enzo Fernandez. But as the game went on, it looked like the old Enzo where he couldn't run anymore and everyone was just going straight through him. Caicedo, look, I'm very, very cautious about him. He picked up a little bit of a knock right at the end, but he still soldiered on. He showed the thumbs up to Maresca that now I'm soldiering on. Caicedo, we need this guy to be available always. Not the best game, this one. But still, we got the job done. Midfield As I said, it was a chaotic game, man. It was a chaotic game. Hopefully, Caicedo will be fully fit against Spurs and there's no drama. Up front, Madueke. Look, Madueke could have scored 6. The fact that he's only scored 1, there were at least 2 chances straight to the goalkeeper. Even he couldn't believe himself. Sancho came on. Big up to Sancho. 1 chance, 1 goal. Boom. This is Madueke's problem. Need to be serious, brother. Finish your chances, man. You work off the ball well, but then your contribution up front is probably not that great, man. Probably not that great. And this is where Madueke needs to work out. Look, he has picked up that inverted cross. And one of these days, someone's probably going to score off him as well. And just like Pedro Neto, Joao Felix got close. Cucurella got close to that inverted cross. But Madueke, you let me down, man. You could have scored a lot more. That's the biggest letdown. Nkunku, once again, scored a goal. Nice, lovely. Well, there was no goalkeeper because the goalkeeper went walkabout. Probably a bit underwhelming because he doesn't press enough. The intensity is not there. Good little, I think he might have got that assist for the Palmer goal as well. That was a lovely ball from Enzo Fernandez, slipped through. But for Nkunku, this is why you're not going to start, man. This is why Nicholas Jackson, he's the number 1 striker right now. Someone said in my comments the other day, maybe Nkunku is the understudy to Nicholas Jackson, which is such an insult. But you know, right now, Nicholas Jackson is undoubtedly Chelsea number 1 because of the way he presses, because as a unit, we press better with Nicholas Jackson. And Nkunku, bit underwhelming, man. This is the match where I wanted him to stand up and really cement a position, command himself. He didn't do that. Joao Felix, ladies and gentlemen, Joao Felix, for me, actually, off the ball, he worked so hard. He could have got himself 2 assists. There was one ball that he gave to Madueke, I believe, a cross-field ball, really set up Madueke, and Madueke missed that opportunity. I don't know how he missed that. And there were a few other instances where Joao Felix could have got more assists, but it's Joao Felix's finishes. The amount of time he had, that header, oh my God, that Cole Palmer cross. Cole Palmer could have got an assist. That Cole Palmer cross, Joao Felix, so casual. Nasty work from Joao Felix. Too casual, my man. Way too casual. Way too casual up front when it comes to finishing. Joao Felix should have scored, and he didn't. And that was probably the only letdown. Besides that, look, he worked hard, got himself an assist, could have had more. We'll see whether he starts. Look, I like the attitude Joao Felix has now. It seems like he's improving. He's off the ball, but he needs to finish. You need to be a far more serious finisher. People then started to come off the bench once we were up about 4-1 up. We started seeing Sancho. Sancho, brilliant goal. Lovely goal from the right side. People say he doesn't shoot. Well, there you go. In your face to all those people. Thank you very much, Sancho. Lovely goal as well for that. As I said, Cole Palmer got a goal. Renato Veiga got some minutes off the bench. Keenan Dewsbury-Hall got some minutes, and a few other bits and pieces. Players coming off the bench and getting some bits and pieces minutes as well. So look, overall, Enzo Maresca, ladies and gentlemen, big up to him as well for making sure we're not complacent, making sure that all of these players in the fringe that weren't getting any minutes got some minutes as well. Lots of goals being scored. Could have been a lot more. Thank you so much for 3 points. And we move. We march with Enzo Maresca's Chelsea. Big game next up against Spurs. Huge game. We need to be focused. We need to put them away. Hopefully Spurs lose against Bournemouth tomorrow. And we didn't get any favors from Man United, unfortunately. That would have been nice, but Liverpool did drop points. So, look, we're ahead at the moment from Arsenal, purely because of the goal difference. But we shall see. We shall see. No title race conversation, but this top 4 race, beautiful. Let's lock in. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Till next time. Take care. See ya.